Alright, welcome back. We're going to be working on the script portion of this now. So the thing to do when you want to make a script, number one thing we need to do is we need to browse the memory region that this is in. So we're looking at this particular area, and it's these bytes, which is cool. So what we're going to do is we're going to take this set of bytes here. We're going to take, we'll take 5 of them. We're going to copy these, and we've seen me do this before. It's nothing, nothing super new. So I'm just going to pull up a notepad here, and so that's my array of bytes. All right, so that's my number 1 for the health. So what we're going to do is we are going to go to the auto assemble window, and we're going to do an array of bytes. Actually, I'm screwing that up. So what we're going to do is we're going to do an AOB scan. So we need to write an enable and then we need to write the other portion of this, which at the moment I'm forgetting how to do, so I'm going to do a quick look at my reference here. So just a second while I look up the syntax for an AOB scan. Okay, so and pain in the okay, so here we go. So just gonna pull up the actual code that I need. So we need, alright, so we need to do an AOB scan, and we'll call it infinite health. And we'll just call it actually P1 health, or just P health for player health. How about that? And then we'll paste in the array of bytes that we have, and then we'll do a label for P health, and then we will register a symbol, which will be P health with the underscore in front of it. And then we will define that function known as P health. And what it will do is, well, we need to define it within the underscore P health, and then we need to do, actually we don't need to do anything. Whoops. Okay, drop my control. Everything's fine. Everything is perfectly fine. Okay, so I think that's all I need to actually do is that. So now if I file save, actually not save, assign to current cheat. Oh. I do have to define this, so P health blah. Oh, and then unregister symbol P health. There we go. So we'll assign to current cheat table, and now it'll be right there. And now when I run this, it should find the value, yep, and then we're going to add an address manually, and it's going to be underscore P health, yep, and we're going to put it as a, I'm wondering what the best way to do this is. I guess float is really the way to do it. So okay, we're going to do it as a float, and I'm going to unfreeze you, get these out of the way, and we're going to call this health. We're going to put it under the player script here. So this is player, and boom, there it is. So basically, when you run the script, it searches out this address based on the array of bytes that we found. Now, like you might have seen in the Witcher video, we'll have to do some refining of that array of bytes, because when the game changes, it's going to do change that array of bytes in a few places. So we basically just need to figure out where that array of bytes is every time. After a while, you can even actually reduce that down to just a specific pointer. So it's kind of a more manual way of finding the pointer at some point. But for now, that's what it is. And we can even, should be able to finish this fight now, which shouldn't be difficult at all. Oh, I should probably, I don't have to do it, but I'm gonna lock my health at 1. And actually, let's do some injection. So let's uncheck that. Let's find out what access or what writes to this address. Now, I haven't done this with Mortal Kombat 10 yet, so there's a possibility that the game will crash as soon as I do this. So we'll find out here in a second. So we'll find out what writes to the address. Yes. And we'll leave this window off the side here so that I can see what's going on. And I need to take some damage. Okay, so I took some damage. Now I can now stop. And now I can see that we gotta move, subtract, blah, blah, blah. So this right here is telling me that it's doing a function that's removing, or that's doing a subtraction code. Or basically it's doing a function that subtracts from my health at this thing right here. So F3 OF11 B3 D8 08. So this right here might actually be, this could be the place where we could attach our script for infinite health. So basically, this will be eventually where we will attach our script for infinite health. But for right now, actually, why not? Let's just do it real quick. So we'll do a code injection, and okay. So this brings up the basic template, and we still have to put in an enable and a disable. On the disable, it's going to we're going to set everything back once it does the disable. So what we're going to do is set a dB, and it's going to be, so what we want to do is we want to do a dB which inserts the initial bytes that it was before. So when we disable, we want it to set it to F3 OF11 B3 D8 08 0000. And I got that from right up here. That's where I got that from. Okay, so basically what this is saying is that when we start this, it's not going to do anything yet, but when we enable this, what it will eventually do is it'll change this. So actually it's going to change that. As it stands right now, it will change that. So let's assign this to the current cheat table. And let's bring up, move this out of the way, move this here, and we'll watch the memory here. When I enable this, this number right here should change. And it did. So it put in a jump to do it, have it tell it to do something else. And when I disable it, which, wouldn't you know it, I can't. When I disable it, it should do that command. I think I need to do an unallocate new mem. Pretty sure that's what I had to do. I may have screwed the pooch on this one. So, crap. Well, that's fine. We'll just set this to a 90-90. No. get rid of this. Okay, no. D9090, which is basically a NOP instruction. So let's see what this does. I'm kind of curious how quickly this is going to break things. Definitely still taking damage. Yep. Because it's still going through the... still running that same command. Which is interesting. It shouldn't be running anything. Let's just try NOP. 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 Let's see what that does for me. Nope, still taking damage. This is a fun one. Okay, well, it's been my 10 minutes, so I'm gonna do some playing around and do some more reference searching because, man, I need to like brush up on my coding or my assembly. But on the next one, we'll see if I can get this this to actually work and do what I want it to do. In the meantime, thanks for watching, and I will see you next time.